So today, I just want you, oh, he came. I just want you guys to look at your neighbor and say, my ultimate goal is to make God proud of me. That's why I live, that's why I came, that's why I'm here. So look at the other neighbor, maybe they didn't quite get it, but look at your neighbor and say, my ultimate goal is to make God proud. So ladies and gentlemen, to be tuned in. Ready? I wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. Everything I do and say. I just wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. Everything I do and say. I just wanna make you proud of me. Oh, I just wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. Everything I do and say. 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 Thank you for tuning in to Proud God Moments. I'm your co-host, Tamia. Come on now! Can I get a little interaction from the audience? Can I get that was okay, but y'all still kind of sounded dead. Can you do it one more time? Jesus is alive. That's better. Today on Proud God Moments, the topic, ironically, is proud. What does proud mean to you? I'm gonna give you a second to think about it. I'm gonna take some answers from the audience.
All right, you're working it out.
All right, let's see your hands.
You started.
What does proud mean to you?
Proud means to me is like when you're happy or you have good feelings about yourself.
Great answer. We got another one. All right, speak up.
To me, proud is when you accomplish something.
All right, another great answer. Do you have another one here? Right here.
Making people, like help people and make them happy and proud if they're feeling down.
Exactly. All your answers are right. Thank you. Now, when you think of proud, everybody knows what proud means. Do you think of a specific person when it thinks, wow, they really make God proud, they really make me proud? Do you guys have anybody that makes you proud? Yes? All right, we see another hand.
Sharon, Uncle Greg, and Uncle.
All right, you got a whole list.
Family.
Your family. Amazing.
God and Jesus.
We're going to take one more.
The whole church.
Well, for me, the first person I think of is my mother. She makes me proud day in and day out. Mothers are amazing, especially my mother. I don't think there's anything that she wouldn't do for a person in time of need. She does it in front of people to show a good example, and even when people aren't looking, to show an even better example. Now, this next person, she's like my superwoman. She's like my second mother.
Come on!
Can y'all think of who it might be when I think of proud? Hold on, let me get an answer. Come on, girl.
Is it Mama Sharon?
You are absolutely right. She is the person when something goes wrong in the church. Mama Sharon, Sister Sharon, she wears a lot of different hats, and we appreciate you.
connected people and you have helped people through a lot of different ways. One through the ministry and one also through the military. You've helped the whole nation through the military and also through ministry. So we thank you for that. Now, my next person, he's probably a little shy. He's probably gonna get me afterwards, but it's okay. This person, he's new. He's very quiet, he's very sweet. And he's always helping wherever he needs to be. Can y'all guess who that person is? Yes. Okay. We love you. God is part of you every single day. God is proud of each and every one of you. Yes. Now for this next one, I want you to think. Because I'm going to just go around whether you raise your hand or not. So I need you to have an answer. All right now. Tell me something that you know God is proud of you for. Whether people were looking or when people weren't. That's right. All right, so I'm going to give you a few seconds.
Oprah Junior.
You can call.
I received that.
All right, y'all ready? All right, we're going to come to Sister Jessica. You got an answer? What is God proud of you for?
For being who he called me to be.
Exactly. And you are the only person that can be you. Hey, we got one from Montana. What's up?
Oh, Montana.
I'm joking, but helping others.
Yes. Yes. You got some reaction from her. Okay.
By trying to be a Christian.
I'm gonna come back to you, okay? You got something to say, Shasha? What you gotta say?
My mom is eating.
Proud of your mommy? That's great. You got nothing over here.
God's proud of me for keeping my room clean.
Yes. That's a chore that needs to be. We're gonna take one from over here, 1 or 2. What is God proud of you for, Sister Mary?
Sharing the unconditional love that he laid upon my heart.
All right.
We're gonna take one more. Sister Shayna, what is God proud of you for?
Oh, hello. He's proud of me for never giving up.
Okay, now I have a little testimony of my own of what God I think is proud of me for.
All right.
Years ago, when she would have asked me to do this, I would have said no. I don't care for people. But this wonderful fast that my praise team leader has me going on, which is going on if you want to join us till Easter. She has me really spending time with my own thoughts, and sometimes it's scary, but most times it's really great. So I really get a chance to hear God.
Yes.
When I'm not fasting, I got a lot of different things going on in my head. But with my praise team members meeting up with me, it's amazing. I know God is proud of y'all. And I love y'all all so much. Thank you for tuning in. God bless
I better sing, young people.
I just wanna make you proud of me.
That's it.
I just wanna make you proud of me.
Oh, yeah.
I just wanna make you proud of me. Everything I do and say. I just wanna make you proud of me.
Lord, yes, Lord.
I just wanna make you proud of me. I just wanna make you proud of me. Everything I do and say. 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 Everything I do and say.
Well, I thank you guys for tuning back into the next segment of God Proud Moments. Give yourselves a wonderful round of applause. I am your co-host, Allen Poe. And please be seated. Be seated.
You worked it out, honey. Work it out.
How you guys doing tonight?
All right.
All right. I see a Tennessee mom in the house. Woo, woo. We see my favorite team in college. So at this moment, we are still talking about making God proud. Is that something that you've ever thought about?
Yes.
Yeah, well,
Every day.
the thing about it is, if you actually listened to the things that we taught over the years, or that was taught that you actually learned, I don't think it was quite the same thing. Let me see if you guys have some of the same experience I had. You know, when you're growing up, your parents, your peers say something, and your environment says something different. So let me see. I want you guys to fill in the blanks. So let me see if you guys kind of have the same experience that I did. All right. You know, when you're growing up and your parents say, what happens at home?
Stay down.
All right, cool. All right, so if you're in school and somebody hits you,
Hit him back.
gosh, oh my gosh, wow. So somebody's got on your last nerve, and you look at them and say, all right, now I done. Oh gosh. All right, well, and then as you're growing up and you see one of your peers in school, they say snitches get stitches. Oh my gosh, yeah. So we learned kind of the same thing. I just wanted to make sure I was in the right house. All right, so life lessons are taught to you early, and sometimes they just become life after a while. So just like in church, you kind of learn that God has been, I got my house and he's been a pro. Yes, and you learn that, oh God, yes, Jesus loves me. Right, so you learn that stuff at home, and you kind of learn some stuff at school, and I gotta ask you, is learning things and learning someone and knowing somebody, is that the same thing? I kind of felt the same way, because the first stage of knowing something is learning about it.
Yes.
So as you grow, you kind of get into a little bit of a relationship, and that's where you kind of get to know that person. I've got a short guest here in a little while, and this person's gonna kind of help me for a second, just in a wonderful experiment here. Brother Life, just give it up for Brother Life. Come on to the stage. Yes, give it up for Brother Life. You kind of knew he was. Yeah, she's looking at me like you did not. No. Brother Life here. Have a seat, please. Welcome to God Proud Moments. All right, let's give it up for Brother Life one more time. So, let me move a little closer. See, my stage hand didn't get your mic. It's all right, though. I ain't used the stage hand. It's all right. But the thing about it, Brother Life, thank you for joining us here today on God Proud Moments. You're welcome. You're definitely, is your mic on? Is this mic on? Oh, thank you. All right. So, Brother Life, actually, we had a meeting last week, right? Wasn't it awesome? Yeah, it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. The thing about it, Brother Life got a little hiccup in life. And the thing about it, Brother Life had a little hiccup. And throughout the moments, I was telling him that it's your choice whether or not you want to make God proud of you. Wow. And it's your choice if you don't want God to be proud of you, right? Is that what we talked about a little bit? That's correct. All right, good. Just want to make sure we're on the same page. Right. So the thing about it is, Brother Life, at the end of that, you look like you were thinking a little bit. I pulled out my laptop and we began to talk, and I said, you know what? We don't need this laptop to talk. So at the end of it, Brother Light said, I'm gonna think about it. And Tuesday night, he had a testimony.
All right.
And you want to share your testimony a little bit, Brother Life, about how that experience worked out for you the next few days? Yeah, sure. Tell me about it. Brother Life, everybody.
Come on now.
The little hiccup I had the opportunity to have the hiccup again, and I chose to drink some water.
Very good, Brother Life. Sometimes in life, you get the opportunity to choose a not so good decision, right? And then God presents that decision again, and you get an opportunity to make Him proud.
Yes.
Come on, let's give it up for Brother Life and that wonderful. Thank you so much.
that. See, the thing about it is during that time, Brother Life got to know a little bit about me and what it is that I do in my community. See, I serve individuals who are not maybe in a good place, and I kind of let them know, look, there's better for you. So during that time, we got a little bit more further in our relationship because Life didn't know exactly what I do. So by spending time with Life, I was able to show him exactly what I do. Not just up here on Sunday morning. As Sister Tamia, my co-host, said earlier, you got to see what people do behind the mic or behind the walls of wonderful Sunday morning. So I just got a question for you guys. Does anybody have any idea? Let me ask you a question. Does anybody in here, has anybody learned that I eat cereal a different way?
Yes.
Who said yes? Oh, thank you. Thank you. Can you tell me what kind of way do I eat cereal?
You don't like it cold.
I don't like it cold. That is awesome. See, you know what? Let's give her a hand for that, for the wonderful studio audience. But the question is, she learned that about me, right?
Yeah.
So the question is, why do I eat cereal warm or hot? Does anybody know that? I mean, studio audience, yes. Why do I eat cereal warm?
You don't like cold stuff?
Thank you. I don't like cold stuff. See, the crazy thing about it is you have to know me to know that answer, but you could have learned the other answer. I don't like cold stuff at all. So that's what happens when coming with a relationship. Right? Thank you.
Yes.
So, in time, you kind of get a relationship with God and you realize there's some things that he doesn't like. But see, when you learn about him, you learn he's a loving God and he's a provider and he's a way maker. But there are still some things that he just doesn't like. Like he doesn't like when I cheat on my taxes. He just doesn't. Because then he sends the IRS and like, hey Fallon, you know you've been cheating on your taxes for the last 2 years. We need an IRS audit. And I'm like, God, help me out. He's like, I didn't like that the first time you did it. Isn't that crazy? We do things and we're like, wait, God, help me out. No. But when we want him to be proud of us, we have to have a real relationship with him.
Yes,
we kind of have to know what he's saying and what he's not saying.
Yes.
So when you get in a relationship with somebody, you kind of know their ins and outs. Well, not everything about them, but you tend to learn things about them. Over the years, I've learned that there are certain people in my life that don't like pictures taken at certain parts of the day. Isn't that crazy? They're like, oh, let me get on my makeup, honey. Let me put on my hair, honey. Don't do that. I told you not to take that picture. Oh my God, let me put my wig on first. Isn't that crazy, young people? My boys can take pictures all the time. They be like, my girls be like, oh, wait a minute, let me get my hair. And there was an experiment. You know exactly what I'm talking about. I took a picture of the pastor one day, and I said, oh my gosh. She was in a different mode, and I was like, you know what? I took the picture because I thought her hair looked nice, and she came back to me and was like, and she looked at the picture, she was like, oh yeah, and like a couple of hours later, she's like, Fallon, I don't like that picture, and I don't like the way why would you take that picture? And she was busy. And I was like, I didn't notice you don't like pictures like that, but it's cool. I won't do it again. I've not taken a picture of her since. She's not on my FaceTime. But because she's in my life, I learned that lesson from her over time. Had I just known her for one day, I would have said, oh my gosh, she loves taking pictures. But you have to catch people at the right time. So, in essence, I know you're asking, what does this have to do about making God proud? And you've got to know God for yourself and to know what he's saying about you that's going to make him proud. So when we take time to be with people, we know what makes them not so happy from what makes them happy.
Right.
And when I spend time with God, as my co-host Mia said earlier, I actually get to know what he's talking about for me.
Yes, Lord.
So there was a conversation that I had with my mother the other day, and it brought me to tears because literally every morning I get up, I say, God, I just want to make you proud.
Yes.
And in it, she kept saying, Fallon, you're not following directions. And I'm like, well, I do what I do, and I feel like God is proud of me for that. And she kept saying, but you're not following directions. And you know what I'm saying? But I'm the only one doing it. I've been doing it for years and years and years. And I'm consistent, as the pastor gave me my accolades earlier, but there is a point in time in your walk with God and you say, you know what? Oh, my flesh won't let me believe that you're proud of me because I cannot follow what you're saying for me to do. Although I'm still doing it. Can you realize that even though I've gotten dressed this morning and my hair is a little, redone, there are certain things, like when you feel plaque on your teeth, you know, like, is it me or do you feel a little bit dirty? Yes. So that means everything's not quite done. So there are times when I'm doing my job or I'm doing what I'm asked to do in the church and my heart isn't quite in it. And it's because I have not followed the direction of fasting and praying for that thing that was already on my, on my plate to do. And it's sometimes it says, you know what, God, I got to sit down and I say, what is it that will make you proud of me at this point in time of my life? And as I'm beating myself up about not following directions, God said, I'm still proud of you. You're still my child. Because he said in Hebrews 12:12, stay in the race. I noticed that you stayed in the race. You're not doing it quite like how I gave it to you, but you're still in the race. And then he said, in 1 Thessalonians 2:4, you know what? I didn't tell you to please other people. I told you to please me. So you still worried about what your mama and them said, but I told you, worry about what I said. And then he says, in Proverbs 3:5-6, he said, trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Are you still trusting? Are you still trusting in me? And lean not to your own understanding. And in all that ways acknowledge. And I'll direct your path. You don't have to be like Pastor Taylor. You don't have to be like Minister Brown. You don't even have to be like JoJo over there. You gotta be like Sally. You gotta be like Mary. You gotta be like Kima. You gotta be like Jesus. That's right. See, the thing about it is, when we kind of like thumb through other people's life story, we gotta tell them what it is that you supposed to be doing. And even though my mother is seasoned and I took her information and I ran with it, but I ran to God and I kept saying, God, you know what? She said I'm not following directions. And it bothered me. So when you got a real relationship with God and you already know what he told you to do, you already said, you know what? There are some things that I have not quite gotten correctly, Jesus. All right. Please help me correct them because I don't want to be in flesh. I don't want all this to be in vain. I don't want when I get up there, you say, you know what? I knew the things that you did, but I didn't know you. So can I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, God is proud of you. Oh, yes. Simply because you're still in the race. Because you still come to church. Because you still listen to your parents. Even though sometimes life, they probably don't know exactly what you're dealing with. They probably don't know exactly what the thoughts that go through your head. They probably just don't know that you're still dealing with some stuff yourself. And you're not perfect. But because you're not perfect, it doesn't give you an opportunity to continue not to talk to him about your imperfectness. Come on now. So please stand all over the building. This is the end of Proud God Moments. I just want to encourage you as you walk on your daily walk and as you go on your day-to-day agendas, consult God even before you put that first donut in your mouth. Even before you respond to somebody on Facebook. Literally, most of us sleep with our phones by our bed, and that's the first thing we do is flip on social media. So I'm going to encourage you. Give God the first few hours of your day and see exactly what he's talking about before you start talking. And I can tell you from experience, he's still proud. And he still wants you in all that you go through. And all that you said and that they said that you would be and you wouldn't be, he wants it all.